You need to manually configure a few default settings in the Sysbizz software. Open Settings and you can see different categories of settings. Open General Settings. You can now see the Item Master settings and find 4 options below: Has Type, Has Category, Has Group, and Has Brand. You can either turn on or turn off the option. Now, you can select a tax type from the list and make it your default setting. Next, you will find the option to customize the case settings. You can either opt for uppercase, lowercase, sentence case, etc. Customize your decimal point settings in the below field by selecting your desired decimal value from the list. Next is the round-off mode. You can choose to allow or disallow round-off by enabling the option below. Barcode option. If you want the item code and barcode to be the same, then you can click on the yes, or if both are different, then you can click on no. You can set your default unit for the product from the list below. If we have MRP based report, similarly, you can set a date limit and customize the account voucher. Now, in the application settings, you can enable options like batch, price batch, barcode, Arabic language, POS terminal, tax, etc. If we have a case in which customer and supplier are same, the software allows you to set the customer as supplier. Next is the option to set the current branch. If there are multiple branches, you can select the current branch here. Next is the payment voucher. Here you can set the default template of the payment voucher at the time of printing. Same is the case with receipt voucher. You can select the default template. Next comes the option to select the default template for the invoice. Then you can set credit period and debit period option. We can also select our state. Below is the option to set the search type. You can select whether it is full or alphabet. Next is the stock 0 option. Stock 0 can be set to yes or no to show 0 stock products in the stock report. Next comes the option to set the financial year. You can give the start date and end date. Next comes the sales settings. You will find 2 options, namely show purchase price and select last purchase price. When we select an item in sales, we can set show purchase price as yet to see the purchase price of that item. We can navigate through fields in sale by clicking enter key. If we set the fields that we want to skip to no here, we can skip that one field without editing it. Looking down, enabling wholesale price is the option to enable wholesale price. Then, when you enable remark, you will get the remarks given in sales during invoice print. Then there is an option called display tender. You will also see an option called display cost price. Next is an option called allow stock out sale. In our software, if the stock of any product is 0, yet you want to enter the sale of that product, you can set this allow stock out sale to yes. You can print your invoice while saving the sale form by setting the print invoice as yes. You will also find options to enable free, MRP, gross, net and description. When enable old balance is set to yes, the selected customer's old balance will be mentioned in the invoice. Next is to enable remarks. We can customize remark label and type whatever label we want. Another option is to display profit, and you can see an option called estimate tax disabled. If we want to disable the tax at the time of the estimate sale, we just need to set the estimate tax to disable yes. It has the option to enable rate change and enable Arabic addresses. Next is the option to enable additional discounts if they are coming. If you want to show a profit with tax and cost with tax in the sales report, set both of these to yes. In sales, you can see settings again. In this case, if the items has barcode, then the sales by barcode can be given as yes. Next comes tax exclusive. You can set it as default, which is yes or no. If it is yes, the sales price will be tax exclusive. And here, you can set how the search should come as default. Scrolling down, there is an option to set ledgers. Similarly, you can select templates for sales invoices from the list. The template selected here will be listed in the sales print page drop-down. You can also select the default sale type here. There is an option to select the rate type. Now you can customize the first invoice and set the specific invoice number. For that, select the type of invoice and set the custom number. Now, select the invoice you want to start working on. You can type here the invoice number to start. Next comes the default discount type. You can mention it as amount or percentage here. Similarly, if you want to set a maximum discount limit, enable discount limit. When you tick yes, you can specify the maximum discount limit here in percentage or amount. That's it with the sales settings. Next is the purchase settings. Focus and move to options are dealing with the navigate option as same as in sales. At the bottom, there is an option called tax exclusive. It is given yes to make purchase cost tax exclusive. Enable free option to enable free products with purchase. Also, there is an option to enable discounts. Templates can be selected here in print page selection. Selected templates are listed in the drop-down upon purchase. Then you will see the option to set the purchase type as default. Also, there is an option to set ledgers. Here you can set the default discount type of purchase as percentage or amount. For purchase bills, the default template is set on this print page. Similarly, there is an option called Tax Enabled Estimate. Here you can set whether to enable tax or not while purchasing the estimate. Now, there is company settings. First comes the option to give company details. If there are other details, it can be given below. Similarly, there is a field to enter PAN number, GST number and license numbers. If the company has website, add here. You can browse to add logo. Give the company's Arabic name. The financial year has to be set. The start date and end date can be set. Next comes the bank details. Bank name, branch name, account number as well as IFSC code can be given. Here you can set the prefix for B2B sales and B2C sales. Width, height and position of logo in invoices can be set from here. Then we have the option to set the branch. Also, there is a backup option. Here we can select the location where we want the backup of our DB. Then if we save it, the backup will be available in that location.